Because a lot of guys come here and get with nightmares. That's because they get with the first one that's showing them any kind of love. The ones that don't mind a guy that's a player, they're doing it themselves. Back in the West, I was nobody. Here I'm somebody, and they lose themselves in their identity. This is another way you can lose yourself. How can you avoid one of those categories? Either one or the other. How you guys come out here to do what? Lose yourself in a good way. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Filipino TV. Now, today I'm currently over here by Sky Ranch, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, wait a minute, that's not everybody, but it's true. And this is why men will lose everything when they move to the Philippines. And that's every man. Every man will lose everything. I think I'm gonna name it that. Every man will lose everything when they come to the Philippines. You may be asking, how is that, Jay? I'll tell you how. There's so many different ways and how you can lose everything. And I've did a bunch of them myself. I did about 3 myself. Now you can come here and lose your mind. You can lose yourself in a good way, lose yourself in a bad way, like losing your mind, you know, or there's many other ways as well, but I'm gonna get into a few. Now, all guys fall into either one category or the other category. You can't escape it. Now, how do you lose yourself in a good way? Same way I did, right? You come here, you learn to let everything go. It took quite a while. Didn't happen right away, right? Me coming from New York, you already know. I don't even gotta tell you. I don't even wanna explain it, but you guys already know. You come out here and you're like, wait a minute. I still say it sometimes now, but it's only because I feel a certain way. Things don't run how they did where I was from. So, or this is not like this. You're caught up, you're losing yourself, right? You're losing yourself, you're not losing yourself. You're caught up in losing yourself in a bad way to where you losing yourself for negativity. But, or you can be that guy that's here, realize, I need to let it all go. And that happened to me after a while. I need to let it go. My past self, I need to let it go. I need to drop them. And so think about it. How can you avoid one of those categories? Either one or the other. You guys are coming out here to do what? Lose yourself in a good way. And what helps with a lot of those things, for a lot of you guys, is finding that one. Finding that one. Once you find that one, then you feel it's so much easier. Because a lot of you guys maybe come from a world of pain. Right? You come from a world of pain and you're going through bad situations. And as I've showed, and as most of you guys know, you get with the right one. Because a lot of guys come here and get with nightmares. That's because they get with the first one that's showing them any kind of love, any kind of attention. You don't want to do that. You come here, you get with the woman that doesn't care about those certain things, right? Because a lot of guys come here and get with modern women. And how are they getting with modern women? These women here understand English, right? That's how it's easy. They understand your culture. That's how it's easy. They understand the music. They understand everything. Everyone is modern everywhere. This is how women get caught up in that, right? Caught up in the, it's about to rain. Now guys, this is another way you can lose yourself. Bad weather. You gotta get used to that. When you're out in the Philippines, like you hit the season like right now. Right now it's rainy season. Guys, do you know when I first came out here, I would get pissed. I said, man, it rains all the time. When I first came though, the first year, like the first couple of months, it was sunny. I came during the summer season. I came around November, going into like, it was like April, May. Once May hit, rain. I was singing, it was rain on me. Oh, won't you take this rain from me? That's what I was saying. First it was rain on me. I enjoyed it. Then I said, why don't you take this rain from me? It got heavier. Like, just like the rain did just now. Yeah, you see? Okay, got jokes. But no. But let me get back to what I was saying. All right? What I was saying before. I got distracted because people keep walking by and people behind me taking pictures.
Hey,
So
this is the view, that's why.
it's a good view, but you got to get used to that too. Things will happen that are all out of sorts. And some guys come out here and take it all out on every Filipino they see, right? Sometimes somebody do something that you think is rude. And some guys get all out of character, all out of sorts. And it takes people off the wrong way. Now, this is the wild thing. You'll most likely never face any backlash from it. I repeat, you'll most likely never receive any backlash from doing that unless you go overboard and you're in a province somewhere, because that's usually when people complain. It's up a serious show. But other than that, you're somewhere and you're out and you're complaining and you're making a fuss. Nobody's not gonna say, oh, let me call the cops to get this guy reported. Let me get back to the topic. Losing yourself. And losing yourself in a positive way, right? Losing yourself with a woman, not only a woman, with the environment. When you come out here and you go like by these islands, right? And you get lost in it. You get lost in it by saying, you know what? I want to explore as much islands as possible. That's how you lose yourself. And you literally get lost. That's what a lot of guys need to do. Since I've been out here, I've walked the streets and said, you know what? Today I'm gonna go outside. I do that everywhere I go. I said, I'm gonna go outside and I look at my map. I'm just gonna go out and get lost. And I go out and get lost and make myself one with the people. I say hello to everybody. I talk to everybody, girls and guys. I make myself one. Now, I think everyone needs to get lost that way. And the reason why, what are you here for? You can't just come for the woman. You get frustrated, I'm telling you. If you come just for the woman, you'll be like, man. And this is what happened too. You get lost in the second way. You get lost by losing a lot of money. Yes, because here in Southeast Asia, Philippines, Thailand, everywhere around, you can get women for less money. So yes, a lot of guys come here, they make themselves expats, have like $2,000 a month for disability or something else, and lose their money. Or some guys come here and they don't have that. And that's just a mistake waiting to happen, right? Like, why would you come here without any security? A lot of guys come here with no security at all, no plan, no real financial backing, and plan on staying here for over 10 years. That's just not the way. That's not the way. I did it myself, but I didn't do it while I was relying on coming out here with 20,000. I came out here relying on working. So that's more of a solid plan. Now, before I came out here, I'll be honest, before I came, even when I came, I had expats tell me, Jay, you're not gonna make it. You can't make it as a guy on a regular job. I don't blame them, because a lot of guys didn't understand yet that you can work online and sustain an income just like you can work on a regular job in the States. A lot of guys didn't realize that. I was one of the first to do it. I was one of the first digital nomads out here. Not the first ever, but you know what I mean? To actually live off of it, and that only, because I didn't make any money off YouTube when I first came. So that's another way to not blow your money, right? You see all the time. I've seen guys come, you've seen other expats report about it. One thing I realized, I looked at his face, I looked deep in his eyeballs, and I said, I can't help this guy. I can't. I'll tell you why. You know when somebody is ready to kill, eat what they kill. You know when someone is not. What I do is sales. I looked at that man and seen not one sales skill in him. I didn't see one fighter in him. And I said, he can't do what I do. And I don't think he's ever did that ever in his life. So to do what I do, or sometimes to have, you gotta have faith even to work online, right? Because you could go months without getting something. Also, you gotta be ready to save too. So you can go months where everything is coming in, right? You make 10,000 in 2 months. And then the next month, you may make nothing. That guy that said, you know, I'm gonna make that 10,000 and hold on to it, right? And live within your means. Men come here and they do what? I talked about the woman, and I talked about guys chicken on money, woman. You can get lost that way too. You can lose yourself by losing your money. And then you find yourself going back. Like, you don't want to do that and go back to the US. So yeah, don't do that. So you can add that in. Guys, don't get caught up with that. Don't lose yourself that way. Now, another way you can lose yourself goes hand in hand with that. Being a playboy. And I'll tell you how guys lose themselves, right? And what happens is a lot of guys, they come out here And they're not the kind of guy to get women where they're from. They don't get women where they're from. And so they come out here, then they want to be a playboy. And that right there, it can be done. That's why believe it or not, a lot of Filipinas sometimes won't talk to foreigners. They won't deal because some foreigners, they're older, they hit 50 years old, 60 years old, and say, I'm gonna be a playboy. I'm gonna get this one and that one and that, because they'll talk to you. Filipinas want to be around older guys, so they lose themselves that way. They get lost in the world is my oyster, which it is. Back in the West, I was nobody. Here I'm somebody, and they lose themselves in their identity. Now they're a player. They're macaroni Tony, right? And no woman, especially a Filipina, wants a macaroni Tony. Now some do, but you think those are the ones you want? The ones that don't mind a guy that's a player, they're doing it themselves. They're the ones that you find in the bars. They're the ones that you'll find just talking to random guys. There's women everywhere that like being for the streets. So you definitely don't want that. And you definitely don't want to be out here breaking hearts, because it could be one of those things where they'll probably try to report you if they got feelings, and you don't want to bump into that. You don't want any of that bad rap on you, right? Because also you give too much attitude. All these things can have you persona non grata. And that's how you lose yourself as well. Coming over here, being violent. Doing things, and not being violent just to be violent, but getting out of control. Doing things that rub Filipinos the wrong way. What happens is, and that's the same with when he was at home, he was a player. Some guys at home, when some guys are at home, they're not mean, right? They'll be somewhere in South Carolina or in LA or somewhere else, and they're the nicest guy ever. Why are they the nicest guy ever? Because they can't do anything to nobody. They can't fight anybody, nothing. So they get over here and realize everybody's like this, right? And they may be a guy that's like 6 feet, 6'2", and they weren't that hard where they're from. So they get out here and be like, nobody can beat me. I can beat everybody. And then they carry that attitude into the streets. And what is that doing? Losing yourself. And you shouldn't listen to Eminem with that. You shouldn't have the attitude. You need to lose yourself in the moment. You want it? No, not that way, right? You need to be nice and cordial. And that's what I've been pushing for years. Foreigners to come and be nice, cordial. Don't over complain. If you're gonna over complain, put it in a YouTube video. That's the best way to complain. You can't make that video in a way to where it's like bashing the people. You can talk about things that may you don't like, but not in a complaining way. Because you know what's gonna happen? You will have 200 Filipinos in the comments going at you. Why would they go at you? They hate hearing about complaints, especially about the Philippines. Why did you come here? And I'm gonna say the same thing. If you're gonna lose yourself that way, why did you come to the Philippines? If you lose yourself for a woman, why did you come to the Philippines? I guess that's why you came, right? But in that case, you might as well go keep exploring. Go to Thailand, everywhere, and sow your royal oats, right? But lose yourself in money, that's a hard thing, because you find yourself back home. You can lose yourself and want to be a tough guy, you can lose yourself in so many different things. But the best thing is lose yourself in a good way, right? Lose yourself in a way to where a woman can help you change your mind and change your life. And that's what happened with me, right? I came out here, I got with Kay, my entire life changed. I'm gonna be real with you. And not because she did it, but because you have someone that has a similar mind to you, right? That thinks the way you do. And when you get that, and then a woman is ready to collaborate with everything you're doing, right? Ready to hold the camera, like the one behind me, like the one behind the camera. Ready to hold the camera in the rain, right? Why? You see me with the umbrella? She's holding the camera with an umbrella over her head. Also, willing to go home and cook and clean, right? That's why guys are coming. Guys are coming to look for a woman to marry, not all the time though. A guy may be coming to be a playboy, but be within reason. Even turn around and look at guys that were playboys in the past, right? Look at expats that were playboys in the past. You see them now they turn around and get married. Why is that? Think about it. Why is that happening? Because Philippines is kilig to the bone. The place you come, find that one, and Filipinos only respect that, especially from a foreigner. they don't mind it from their own people. You got Filipino playboys running around, running amok. Only thing with that though, what are they doing? Leaving tons of babies in their wake. And guys, I've even seen a foreigner that left babies in his wake. You guys remember that guy? He came out here. I forgot his name. You remember his name, Kay? The guy came out here, had random babies. He had like 5 kids or something like that. Actually, yeah, I talked about him to YouTube. I got my video taken down. Yeah. But yeah, he was out here running amok. And I guess
We're not showing.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna show his name. I'm not gonna show his face. Yeah, because he got my channel. He got my video taken down. But yeah, doing that is just off. It's just off. And I'm not talking about him either. This video is not totally about him. This video is about guys running amok in the Philippines. And just don't do it. Don't lose yourself in that way, guys. Lose yourself in the good ways. That's what it's all about. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I told you, this video is about everybody. And it's true. Everybody will lose himself. It just depends on which way you choose. Choose the right way. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Peace.
Times are right, I turn the moon and thank God I'm breathing. It all turn around because all my love I've been waiting on. But to say, now we don't wanna fight no more. Tell me no more, won't stand up in the way. One day.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like my content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And there you can buy me a coffee or you can book a consultation with me. I have consultations for a very small fee. At the bottom of this video, you'll see thanks there. You can give thanks and make sure your comment is highlighted, and you can give a small donation that way as well. Guys, in the description, you'll see other videos of my other content that's great as well. So you can be sure to watch my other content there. Thank you for watching. See you next video.